The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
It's the internet's #1 rated podcast, and it's live. HEW Entertainment Radio is heard throughout social media on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Google+. If you like what you hear, let us know in the comments of our videos on our YouTube channel, and email Jonathan at jonathanclark2005@hotmail.com. Now, here he is.
Now streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. Don't miss out on any of the action. Download our app on the App Store, Google Play, and the official website of HEW Entertainment. Once you download and install it, you'll get caught up on news, YouTube videos, and more. Download it now.
Jano meri jaan, tere naal.
तेरे दर्शन को मेरे वेटिंग है जरा आ तो जा baby if you can चाहे लंदन जा या पेरिस फ्रांस तेरे मुंबई में मैं सच्चा फैन It's Raghav Nelly baby baby बस तेरे लिए किया ये गाना ready है time तुझे जब तक the sun comes up
Here we go tonight
yeah.
Baby you and I we're the stars shining bright It's just the two of us until the sun comes up Everybody hands in the sky. Anybody wanna go for a ride? Who wanna go for a ride? Come on. We ain't gon' bet that no mind. We ain't gon' bet no mind. Yeah, only gon' say it one time. Only gon' say it one time. That wasting time game I don't play. Ain't no time wasted by me. Wasting time, man, it don't pay. Yeah, that paper chase all day. Hey, me and you, shorty, what you think about that? Anywhere you wanna go, you just think about that. Any car, any kind, what you think about a lack? Any color on your mind, what you think about black? Kinda then I am here to think about that. When it come no drama, I ain't bringing all that. Ain't bottle at the bottom, I'm bringing all that. Hips, ass, waist, mom, bring it on back. It's been a lonely, lonely, lonely ride. Lonely, lonely, lonely ride. If you were only, only, only mine. I can feel it in the air tonight. Here we go tonight. Baby, you and I. We're the stars shining bright. It's just the two of us until the sun comes out. Never felt this before.
I'm Jonathan Clarke, and for those of you who love to hate on the Kardashians, fear not, because I am not going to lose it nor go off my head about the Kardashians and how Kim Kardashian was robbed in Paris a couple of weeks ago. I'd rather just give my thoughts on this situation and this very unfortunate circumstance. I know there are a lot of you who love to come down hard on the Kardashians, and I can see why, because the reality show, The Kardashians, have obviously been overkilled over the last several seasons of this show, and of course with the new season coming up on October 23rd, which we are just a few weeks away from. I can understand why you feel the way you do about the Kardashians, but I have to give it up to the family of Kim Kardashian for the support they have shown and given her after having been robbed, being held at gunpoint in Paris. What a commendable thing they have done, showing the support they have for Kim Kardashian and continuing to do so through this very unfortunate circumstance she has had to ordeal with. It's really unfortunate when you hear about this happening to a celebrity. You don't care who it is. It's just unfortunate. I don't care who it is this happens to, but whenever you hear about it, it's just unfortunate, and you can't help but feel for the individual involved in this circumstance. Now, I know a lot of people, like I said, love to come down hard on the Kardashians. They love to write about them. They love to do videos on YouTube and other video sharing websites throughout the internet, coming down hard on someone like Kim Kardashian. But I will go out on a limb and I will say that this is very unfortunate. This had to happen to her the way that it did. Being held at gunpoint, being robbed is one thing, but being gagged and of course being held at gunpoint, that is something you don't want to see it escalated to, and unfortunately that's what happened to Kim Kardashian. Of course, we know she's worth millions. Obviously the people who orchestrated this knew she was worth millions. They knew her whereabouts, and they took full advantage of an opportunistic time and circumstance, and they really drove Kim Kardashian off the deep end, because Kim Kardashian has not been able to get over this. Apparently what sources are saying that are close to Kim is that she's not doing well after the ordeal, and who can blame her for not doing well? Who can blame her for her family saying what they have in comments related to this circumstance? So many people have been trying to get an up-close and personal, in-depth review of what happened from the people who were close to Kim, and from what people are saying, coming back with, they are saying she's not doing well. Who can blame Kim for saying that? And the people saying what they have in response to all these negative questions that have been asked by the media. Obviously the media are trying to get down and dirty about what happened, but I think that what we need to put into perspective is we weren't there. We don't know what happened, and we're just going by reports from various sources on the internet. We're reading about this, we're reading about that, but we really don't know, and it's very difficult to decipher what actually happened. The only individual who knows what really happened is Kim Kardashian. I'm expecting the ratings of her reality show, The Kardashians, to be at an all-time high because of what happened. It's going to be the #1 reality show on TV, so good luck to Total Bellas and Rob in China, because you're going to have a really hard time getting to the #1 spot on the E! Network. It's obviously going to be E's moneymaker, as it has been in the past. I'm expecting the ratings of this one to be really high, so I'm going to be keeping a close eye and a lot of attention on the Kardashians reality show. I'm choosing to do that because I'm expecting it to really benefit from what happened. Not benefit in a good way, because there are a lot of people who are going to be tuning in to expect to see more about this robbery and what happened. Obviously, they will look at it a little bit with Ryan Seacrest being the boss and producer of this show, but I think that this show is really going to cut back a little bit, or should at least cut back on what happened, because you don't really need to drag so much of someone's personal life on this reality show. You need to see a little bit of it, but not so much in the way of, blowing it out of proportion. And we know the Kardashians have loved to blow certain issues out of proportion, but I don't think they're going to go very far with this, because it happened and we need to put it to rest. We really need to move on with our lives. It was something that happened. It received a great deal of attention when the spotlight was put on it. And I think what we need to do is we just need to really move on with our lives. Now, I know a lot of people have great difficulty doing that, but we really need to back off the Kardashians. We need to stop giving them somewhat of a hard time. And you wouldn't expect to hear this coming from me, because I am someone who has loved to criticize a lot of reality shows, and you would expect me to jump all over the Kardashian show, especially with the recent seasons and episodes we have seen of this series, because it has gone way too far, especially in the more recent seasons of the Kardashians. And we are expecting this new season of the Kardashians premiering on October 23rd, around the same time all these reality shows have been popping up on various networks like MTV and E! We're expecting this one to go above and beyond the requirements of a reality show, but I don't think we should expect that. We should tune in not expecting anything from this reality show, because we don't know what kind of direction it's going to be taken in. We don't know what kind of reviews are going to be written about or posted, blogged about on video websites like YouTube.com, through YouTube accounts. I would imagine there are going to be a lot of YouTube channels flagged from what people probably end up saying in the reviews They will be YouTubing about for the Kardashian reality show. I would imagine we're going to see a lot of YouTube channels and or videos flagged because of how far they will go. So we should tune in pretty much expecting nothing. That's what I'm doing. Tuning in expecting nothing from the Kardashians reality show and expecting more out of other reality shows as they try to get to the top of the reality TV show #1 chart. Obviously shows like Wags and Rob and China have their work cut out for them. So it's going to be really interesting to see where we go from here. Despite Rob Kardashian being a loyal Kardashian to his family, that show is expected to get higher ratings, but we shouldn't expect it to with everything having happened for the Kardashians the way that it has. And good luck out of all the reality shows as they try to compete for #1 supremacy in the TV ratings. Reality show seems to be something that everybody can't get enough of. I have been one who have loved to criticize reality shows for forever, but I'm not choosing to do that with the Kardashian show because I think this is really a turning point in the lives of not just one Kardashian, but every Kardashian. I caught the interview that Khloe did for the Ellen DeGeneres show actually last week, and it was a very entertaining interview. One thing that I got from the interview actually was that she didn't really say much. She didn't volunteer much information about Kim's robbery in Paris. She just said she's not doing that great. But through the love and support that her family had been showing her, along with all the admiration her fans had been showing her, they were expecting her to make a full recovery. It's going to be a while before we see anything from Kim Kardashian. Obviously, Kanye West is showing his support in his own unique way, along with Khloe and every other member of the Kardashian family. I'm hoping that she does the best with her recovery, and I want to wish her all the best on the behalf of myself as a columnist and a radio show host for a number of years, at least the last 15 years. I don't think I've ever talked about or documented anything quite like this, so it's very hard for me to put into words how I really feel about this sort of thing because you don't really want to hear about this happening to anyone, like them or not. And no matter how you feel about the Kardashians, you can't help but feel somewhat regretful towards everybody, wishing there was something you could have done, wishing you probably could have been there to experience it and lend a hand. And obviously people are extending their love and support, their admiration to the Kardashians, and I'm expecting their TV show to just be blown out of proportion. We're going to see even more seasons, more episodes, going way too far once this all blows over, and definitely Ryan Seacrest is going to take